Happy New Year, boys. Welcome to 2023. Let's try to make this year about less thinking and more doing. More challenge and less comfort. I know a lot of people try to make the point that actually comfort is a good thing, when in actuality, the comfort zone is actually ruining your life and halting your progress. So, why do we retreat into the comfort zone when problems in our lives arise? Well, the way I see it, there are three main factors as to why you feel the need to reach out for more comfort. And it's kind of funny because all three of these have to do with some kind of fear. But that's a pretty broad subject, and I plan on making a separate video about that at some point. But one of the first factors is the fear of rejection, also known as social anxiety or self-consciousness. It's very, very common. I think most people, especially in the modern era, have some fear of social interaction. You know, everyone wants to feel accepted by others, no matter what. Many times, however, people will often avoid social interaction altogether to completely skip the judgment process. You know, in their mind, they can't be or feel rejected if they don't give anyone a chance to actually reject them. But why is this harmful? Well, over time, moments of rejection can make us more resilient to that rejection and help us improve our social skills so that we get rejected far less and are liked by far more people than dislike us. Rejection shows us our mistakes and our flaws, which is why it's probably so often feared. But if you learn to push past that fear, learn from those mistakes, no matter how embarrassing they may seem at the time, then you will find it a lot easier to talk to just about anyone. Also, just as a side note, any kind of awkward moment or weird quirk that you have during, like, let's say a conversation with a complete stranger, let's say in your mind you just made a fool out of yourself and it was like the worst experience of your life. Trust me when I say this, that person probably already forgot that entire interaction and it did not impact them in the slightest. They have already forgotten, which should give you some solace in trying to cold approach strangers. Another way you may be locked in your comfort zone is avoiding challenge, or at the very least, only doing easy tasks. Difficult things can always feel really daunting right before you're about to do them, and then you put them off again and again until you're forced to sloppily rush through them at the last second. A lot of people tend to pursue easier tasks first, ones that require much less thought and effort needed to actually put into them. And once finished, they kind of give a overinflated sense of accomplishment, when really not much has been done at all. Now, these are often very surface level things, stuff like creating a logo for a company or a YouTube channel. Those things in the long run really don't make much of a difference, and people really don't care what your logo looks like, but they do care about what kind of content that your business or YouTube channel has. So I would say stick to that first before you even think about making a logo or a banner or even titles. So why is challenge a good thing to have in your life? Well, a more simple answer would be that you'll just get a lot more done throughout the day. But a better answer would be that completing challenging tasks will give you a far better sense of accomplishment than easy ones. That feeling of conquering something that seemed impossible will give you a massive boost to your confidence. And eventually doing that over and over again will have you almost looking forward to even more challenging activities in the future. The more difficult and challenging those tasks are, the much greater reward, and a much more tangible reward, like advancement in your business, improved technical skills, or an academic achievement. Sticking to easier tasks will never push you to that next level. And speaking of reaching that next level, another reason why you may remain in the comfort zone forever is because of a fear of success, otherwise known as imposter syndrome. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about imposter syndrome and what it's all about, but I don't think a lot of people mention how dangerous it could actually be for someone trying to kind of break free from the comfort zone and progress and develop. Because the symptoms of imposter syndrome can happen over and over and over again. And throughout different fields of study or different careers. Imposter syndrome is where your subconscious mind tells you that you don't belong, or because of your inexperience you fear that you could be exposed for being a fraud. You'll have heavy doubts about your ability to excel in whatever you're pursuing, and have a fear of being labeled a fraud by someone who is far more experienced. This could often lead to people never succeeding at anything above an entry level, until ultimately you quit or remain a novice in perpetuity. So, how do you combat this? Well, let me start by giving you some useful advice that I received when I was entering into a new and pretty difficult college major. And that is, you need to get used to and grow comfortable with the moments of feeling stupid and inexperienced. Mistakes are how we develop and learn, and stupid mistakes rarely happen a second time, and you'll learn to avoid many of those mistakes that you've learned along the way. But no matter how experienced you may be, there will always be new mistakes that you will discover and have to learn from if you really want to escape that comfort zone. So, to kind of bring this all together, you will never grow from comfort, only hardship. If you want to be the best, challenge is the only way to do it. Rejection is only a stepping stone towards being the person everyone wants to talk to. Only pursuing what is easy will leave you being mediocre at everything and great at nothing. Don't let the feeling of being an imposter halt your development. Failure is one of the best tools in becoming the best of the best. And I think that's where I'll leave it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Stop being so comfortable. And see you guys next time.